Hi there, my name is Larissa, and we're going to be working with Lauren today on her hips and her hamstrings. Let's get started. If you don't have time to watch this right now, just add it to your watch later playlist and I'll catch up with you then. Okay, so we're going to start here with the hamstrings. Anatomy review. So the hamstrings are here on the back of the thigh. The hamstrings are named as such, fun fact, because pigs got hung up by the butchers at the hamstrings, at these muscles. So anyhow, so with the hamstrings, we've got the biceps femoris, the biceps femoris here on the lateral side of the thigh. And then we've got semitendinosus and semimembranosus more on the inside of the thigh. So we're going to start with that inner area. So, as always, you have a variety of tools you can use. For today, I'm going to go ahead and use my palm. So we want to think of internally rotating the thigh as we're working the inner hamstrings because they tend to kind of get squished in towards the center. But so we're really going to think of bringing them out and fanning them open to the side. So I'm using the base of my palm to pick up the tissue from the inside of the thigh, and I'm pushing it out to the side as I drag up towards the glute. As you get closer to the top, that's when you can really start to feel that hamstring tendon as you continue pushing open out to the side. So since I'm using my base palm and it's relatively light pressure, you can definitely do that a few times. So just a note about internal rotation of the thigh. You might wonder if this makes sense to call it internal rotation. From the back, it does not look like we're rotating in, but from the front side of the thigh, you'll see that it is rotating in towards the center. That is why. So that's how you could address the inner hamstrings. I like to go up and out. For the lateral hamstrings, I like going down. So I'm going to use fingertips here. Hand over hand fingertips, awkward turtle hands. It's so awkward. And we're going to use those pointed fingertips to push down and drag the lateral hamstring down. It is often really tight up in here at the juncture where the hamstrings meet the glutes. So that's a good spot to hang out and get some deep pressure in. And then take that down towards the knee. This can get really tight because, well, we're going to say this multiple times as we're working the hips, that people tend to get stuck in external rotation of the leg. So really all of these hips and definitely this lateral hamstring, they just get really tight. So that's when you've got people like walking around like cowboys with their toes pointed out, with their knees pointed out. Okay, so working down, stopping before the knee pit, And that's the hamstrings. And now I'm going to move over to the hip. Okay, so we're going to work directly on the hip now. So we've got a lot of really great spots on the hip to work. So starting with the upper part of the hip, we've got our SI joint right over here. So the SI joint is where the sacrum, here's the sacrum in the center, where the sacrum meets the iliac crest, right? So the S is for the sacrum, the I is for the iliac crest. It's where they come together and they come up against one another. So sometimes they can be too close together, they can be misaligned, they can be way off, and one is just taking more pressure than the other. So that's super duper common. So sacrum, SI joint, iliac crest. Right about here is what I like to call the glute medius trigger point. Very tender area on a lot of people. And then as you work farther down the lateral hip, we're getting into the TFL here on the very side. And that is a super important area to get into. We are going to the tensor fascia latae. And then working down the hip, down glute max, we're going to get into the piriformis. So the piriformis is going to be right about here. There's lots of other great muscles going on in this area too. We're just going to simplify and say piriformis for today. So starting moving from the top down, I'm going to take a fist. I'm starting right about that glute medius trigger point there, finding it, pushing down, and pulling down the back of the leg. So we're just going to take this right to the top of the hamstrings. This is a great move for both hips no matter what, but if you have one that is particularly hiked over the other, it may be more appropriate on that side. Of course, you can also do this with your elbow if somebody does have really, really tight hips. And you can also consider the specificity towards the sacrum. If you can feel yourself also pushing into the lateral border of the sacrum and working out any adhesions there as you drag all this muscle tissue down, that'll be really good. So that's how I like to work down the hip. I also like to work up the hip. So starting from just above the hamstring tendon, I'm going to use my fist today. Pushing up. And here is kind of, again, we're getting into the piriformis. And this is a little far off, but we're getting a little bit into where the tailbone is as well. So if it feels difficult for you to move through this area, maybe lighten your pressure, but also, just take your time there. I can even feel that I'm moving up and over her sit bone. There's a lot of muscles that connect to the sit bone, and it is really good for them to be dragged away from it. Also, taking my opposite hand, my accessory hand, and pulling the skin away from my fist. If she was covered with a sheet like I do in the clinic, I would be using the sheet because that actually gives a little bit better traction to pull down. So when I go up, I also, once I get again about to that glute medius trigger point, I also like to go down the side of the hip. My accessory hand is going to move more to her sacrum. And then I'm going to pull my fist down the side of the hip and down the TFL. Really important area to work for opening the hips. That will set you apart from other therapists because it doesn't necessarily get worked. So you want to take your time here. The TFL is directly related to the IT band. The IT band is all tendinous, and its muscular portion is the TFL. So you can, and like I said, so keeping contact with that TFL by pushing the sacrum away. Awesome. Okay, the last thing that I want to do is a little more specific work on the piriformis. We're gonna just do some real simple internal, external movements of the thigh. We're just gonna use a hand to kind of move it, and that'll actually allow me to get a little bit deeper in. So let's see, I'm gonna use my thumb there. I'm just feeling for the most dense portion that I can find, and that's gonna be my pin. So ideally, it's not gonna move, my pressure is gonna remain consistent. And I'm feeling what happens when I externally rotate the thigh. So it should be making the muscle shorter. And I'm gonna feel what happens when I internally rotate the thigh. It should be making the muscle longer. And even just moving back and forth here will help you get deeper and deeper into the muscle. So I invite you to play with that. Play with all of these moves. Take your time with all of them. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, then please head on over to our Patreon. I look forward to seeing you there.